Okay, so the long-awaited sequel, Amnesia, Machine for Pigs. So, before I start here, I'm quickly going to give my opinion on the first game. I thought it was okay, like gameplay-wise, like with the puzzles and everything. I guess it was good in that sense, like it was above average in that sense, but obviously one thing a lot of people like to hype up about the first game is like how scary it was. And you know, it's just like the horror part of the game didn't work for me. I didn't find this scary. I guess that's because I played SCP Containment Breach, which like right before playing Amnesia, and in my opinion, like SCP is terrifying. So I guess for that reason, Amnesia, because it's nowhere near as frightening as SCP will ever be. For that reason, like Amnesia was just a walk in the park for me. I've heard, to be honest, I've heard bad things about the sequel, A Machine for Pigs. I'm gonna play it with an open mind, but I haven't heard good things about it so far. Either way, let's get started.
Daddy, Daddy, please don't kill me.
Okay, yeah, the gameplay started now. Okay, so one thing I heard about this game is that apparently they removed the sanity meter, and also the for the lantern. In the first game, of course, you had like oil levels, and you had to keep finding more oil to like restock the fuel on your lantern. But apparently that's been removed now, so you pretty much have infinite like oil in your lantern, which obviously kind of removes a lot of the challenge. Like it basically removes what little challenge the first game had, since the first game was pretty easy. Actually, insanely easy is a better phrase to use. So another thing which I guess I should mention is that I don't know what the creatures look like. Because obviously that's a big part of horror games, not knowing what the creatures look like.
Daddy, Daddy, find us!
Alright, J for journal, okay. That's probably partially why I didn't find the first game scary as well, because like I knew what the creatures looked like in the first game before I played it, and like, you know, the pictures of the creatures in the first game, they were like all over the internet. There's no way you could avoid knowing what the creatures looked like before you played that game.
Papa, this way.
There's a basketball. Okay, that one's locked. I'm not sure what happened there. I think something happened because the character started to grunt. Oh, I didn't see nothing. Okay, into the attic.
There's a bad man coming.
I did. We got a pig head there. That's from the poster. What's there? Also, I think I've heard the game was 3 hours long, but I'm not sure if that's just someone messing around and trying to troll everyone else. But if this game is 3 hours, I mean, wow. Like, the first game was like 6 hours, I think. Go, another pig's head. Feeling very Ju-on at the moment with the attic setting.
Hiding, Daddy.
It's weird how all the drawers are locked now. I think that's because... Hang on a second. Because obviously the drawers had a purpose in the first game, because you could find stuff in there like oil. But I suppose they are all going to be locked now because you don't need to search them for oil or anything, since there is no oil in the game. So that kind of takes the fun out of exploring, I guess. Like, there's not really any need. I don't feel as if there's any need to really search these rooms now, since there's not really any objects I need, unless they're like story-based things. I guess I can search them for notes. I've noticed the game feels very blue. Like, that's one thing a lot of people were complaining about online I saw as well. Just like the blue kind of, I'm not sure what you call it, like the blue lighting the game has to it. A lot of people were like asking them to make updates to remove it.
You don't mind if I record this, do you? I find it most useful.
Ah, you have one of those wonderful tomato bills. No, of course not, my dear fellow.
It's my own design, Professor, along with everything you see.
Most useful. You understand, of course, why the ministry sent me. That they have concerns.
Is that the end of the message? I guess so. It's a cool poster, or portrait. Shotgun? No, rifle, whatever. Can't take it, obviously. What was that, by the way? Some sort of earthquake? Or maybe just the presence of the monsters. Evil force, yada yada yada. Phone. Where's the... Ah.
Hello?
Precious eagle cactus fruit. Help us.
That's one cool thing. Your character is speaking. Your character didn't speak in the original Amnesia. Like, you heard his voice. Well, actually, I suppose you heard him talking when he's reading the notes. But, like, you never heard him, like, speak, like, you know, within the game to another character. Ignorant swine, good pun. Right, so there's nothing in this room? I don't think. Maybe a new path has opened up. Oh, actually, that door's locked, so... If you can hear that, that's the sound of my cat licking himself. Oh, okay. Maybe I should start paying more attention to what those notes say. Okay, so what now? Ah, secret passageway, I see. Okay, so that's the guy's kids. Oh, I didn't notice the pig head. Wait, was that there before? The pig head on the desk? I don't remember seeing it. Subtle. More pig heads. What's going on?
This dawning epoch, this age of reason, an empire grown fat, wrapped for the bleeding.
Another earthquake? To run, hold down left shift. They wouldn't introduce the monsters so soon, would they? I'm just thinking maybe they might because they're teaching me how to run. And why else would you want to run?
This way, Papa. Come and see.
Ah. Hang on. Just want to do a bit more exploring. You know, those pig heads should be collectibles, I think.
I must say, my dear man, you look awful.
Yes, I seem to have picked up something rather nasty in Mexico.
I do understand what you've been through. A lesser man would have crumbled. Yet you have made all of this. Your great factory, your charities. It is a wonder for one man alone.
It will all be made clear, Professor. But first, a drink.